All right, guys, I'm gonna sit this one out. Now I'm here at the Narrows in the beautiful Broad Bay, which is one of the inland areas of Virginia Beach, back in First Landing State Park, or what I still call Seashore State Park, which it will always be to me. This is back off of 64th Street in Virginia Beach. That's how you get there. So let's get back to the RSD stuff. First up, Nielsen Schmielsen. Harry Nielsen's 1971 masterpiece, Nielsen Schmielsen, will be so much fun to say Schmielsen, will be released on yellow and white split color vinyl. This classic LP, the first of two that he recorded in England, will be with producer Richard Perry, features the Grammy Award-winning #1 hit Without You, plus the quirky top 10 smash Coconut and the hard-driving Jump into the Fire. This special reissue also includes a reproduction of the poster included with the original copies of the album. Number 2, which, hey, this is number 2 on the list. What Good Does Luck Bring? The second record from former Heatmeister co-front man Neil Gust, remastered for vinyl for the very first time, with 2 bonus tracks, the last of which features Elliott Smith recording and playing, as well as John Bowen of the Decemberists on drums. This is a limited press on orange vinyl. Noise Addict, 10,000 Kids with Guitars. What does teen spirit smell like anyway? It might smell something like Noise Addict, like the real-life stars of some sort of choose-your-own-adventure book about pursuing rock stardom. Few bands ever led a more charmed existence, springing from a Sydney suburb into seemingly overnight international fame as friends and collaborators of Sonic Youth, Fugazi, and the Beastie Boys. Cover art doubles as a working chalkboard. Chalk is not included. Check this one out. This is pretty unique. This is a bunch of kids from Australia doing some cool songs. Nothington, Cobblestones. Nothington's Cobblestones is the single from their first new album in 5 years, In the End. 2017 is an exciting year for these San Fran punk heroes, and this limited 7-inch adds to their comeback campaign with an exclusive B-side acoustic version of The Last Time. Notorious B.I.G., Born Again. Born Again was originally released in December 7th, 1999, and has been out of print since the early 2000s, before it was Born Again. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 charts and sold over 485,000 its first week of release. That's a lot. Guest artists include Busta Rhymes, Redman, Method Man, Missy Elliott of Virginia Beach, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg. Its reissue on double gold vinyl is part of the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the death of Notorious B.I.G. NRBQ, High Noon, a 50-year retrospective. Everybody here loves NRBQ, even if they don't know it. Last year's High Noon, a 50-year retrospective box set, was adored by fans and critics alike, and served as an introduction to the new fans. This abridged set is full of highlights and rarities from the group's 5-decade career, plus a previously unissued live take of Keep This Love Goin' makes its first appearance anywheres. The double album is packaged in full-color gatefold with photos from throughout the band's illustrious history. O+S, You Were Once the Sun, Now You're the Moon. This is the sophomore album from O+S, who are Orenda of Azure Ray and Cedric of Remy Zero. This limited collection is on colored vinyl and includes a digital download if you'd rather have the ones and zeros instead of the zeros plus S's or the O's plus S's. Sorry. The Offspring reissued the band's debut album on blue transparent vinyl. Need I say more? Nope. Old 97's Terralinga and Off My Mind. This is unreleased exclusive B-sides taken from their latest album sessions on opaque white wax with etched B-side. Patti Smith, Hey Joe. Patti Smith's debut single, Hey Joe, was released in 1974. Her version of this well-known and multiple times covered Americana popular song is based on the recording by blues guitarist Ray Buchanan, but obviously Smith's rendition is unique and includes also a salacious and brief monologue as well, featuring Tom Verlaine from television on guitar. The B-side, Piss Factory, was an original composition that placed on the 1989 1001 Greatest Singles Ever Made list. Hey Joe was reissued in the UK in 2012 as part of a Sire series, but this is the first time since the 1970s that the original picture sleeve has been reproduced. Paul McCartney cassette demos. We are sad to report that dementia has finally set in, and Mr. Paul McCartney has produced a 3-song cassette instead of a vinyl record on Record Store Day. But he's Paul McCartney, so he can do whatever he wants, and we don't mind. The 3 tracks on this cassette thingy, most of us can't even play anymore, were produced with Elvis, who apparently came back from the grave. Okay, not that Elvis. The cool Elvis helped write these. So I think I may have to go out and buy a cassette player for this. Paul Schaefer and the World's Most Dangerous Band, Happy Street, featuring Mr. Bill Murray. Paul Schaefer and the World's, wow, this is a 7-inch and it's $9.99. And the World's Most Dangerous Band team up with long friend Bill Murray for a 7-inch single. Murray and Schaefer have a long history. Schaefer played piano for Murray's popular Saturday Night Live character, Nick the Lounge Singer. I remember that. That was pretty good. I didn't buy a lot of these because I think $10 is a lot for a single, but I did buy a few. If you love Bill Murray, makes perfect sense. We'll have it. They pressed a gazillion of these, so if we need more, I'll be glad to order more for you. Pearl Jam, State of Love and Trust, and Breath. So now this is what we're talking about. This is a 7-inch single, reasonably priced, $7.99, less than $8. Two of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands, Pearl Jam. By the way, be sure to get your pre-order requests in for the May release of the single soundtrack, which is the original soundtrack plus a whole nother record of really cool outtakes and demo stuff. And again, I was in Seattle for this back in 1991 when all this grunge thing hit. It was a great time to be out there. It was a lot of fun. Pete Krebs, Western Electric. I'm so cool. No, sorry, I keep trying. Western Electric. This album was produced by none other than the great late Elliott Smith. Mr. Peter Schilling, Major Tom, 7-inch picture disc. Pricey, but it's a picture disc, so that's cool, kind of collectible. This is the title track of the hugely successful German TV series Deutschland 83, which I never knew that. Includes the German and English versions on the 7-inch picture disc. Pretty groovy. Peter Tosh, man, legalize it. Peter Tosh's legendary album, fully remastered in the colors of Jamaica with red, yellow, and green striped vinyl, and bonus scented scratch and sniff inner sleeve. I wonder what it's going to smell like. Legalize it, Virginia. Yeah, I know Virginia's working on it. Gold foil stamped and numbered. I bought a bunch of these. Please buy a bunch too. The Pickin' On series, Pickin' On Nirvana, the Bluegrass Tribute, featuring Iron Horse. What else can I say? This band just doesn't want to sing that everyone was gay. Yeah, they took that out. But man, can they rock the banjo, and last year's Metallica release was really great. I'm sure this is going to be really good too. Pink Floyd, London, 1966 to 1967. The first studio recordings from the classic 60s Pink Floyd lineup, now released on a limited edition 12-inch picture disc. This is from the famous "Oh My God, but I Need to Pay My Rent" series. How can you have any pudding if you don't pay your rent? You may not be able to pay your rent if you buy this record, but it's good and it's Pink Floyd, and if you're a collector, you've got to have it. Okay, you could get this one instead. Pink Floyd Interstellar Overdrive. This previously reissued 15-minute recording from 1966 is being re-released or released in mono at 33 RPM on 12-inch vinyl, and as I mentioned, is rent-friendly. Pokey Lafarge, Riot in the Streets, Better Man Than Me. Pokey Lafarge returns with his long-anticipated 10-inch of brand new material. The A-side includes Riot in the Streets and Better Man Than Me, while the B-side features an etching of an original hand-drawn image by Pokey. Consequence of Sound says it's Pokey Lafarge, and it's 100% authentic, and it's a really good time. So I think you should buy it. Policia, Lipstick Stains and Still Counts, 7-inch, very reasonably priced, $4.99. Two brand new tracks from Minneapolis outfit Policia, released on limited edition 7-inch color vinyl. And as I mentioned here, Bill Murray is not on this record, so you'll only pay $4.99. But we love you, Bill Murray. Prince, Sign of the Times. This is going to get exciting. Okay, so those of you that know already know that Prince released some of his greatest recordings on 12-inch. Remixes, extended versions, crazy B-sides. Well, we're going to have 6 of those for you on RSD. That's right, 6. Pretty exciting. Let's start with Sign of the Times. This one has the LP version of the amazing title track and a duet with Sheena Easton on the flip side called La 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 He He He, which was famously written about the time that Prince actually tickled Sheena's sugar walls. I tried to say that with a straight face, and I did. I already own this, but if you need one, now's your chance. Prince, I Wish You Heaven. This is the third single from Prince's Love Sexy, and includes the B-side Scarlet Pussy, which I believe is a documentary about the time Prince's cat met Scarlett Johansson. The next one, Prince Party Man. Party Man is straight from Batman, which will hopefully get its own release soon. It's a deluxe reissue of Purple, and a deluxe reissue of Purple Rain is coming in June, again with a whole nother album track of, not track, a whole other LP of all kinds of cool stuff, demos, B-sides, rare stuff. So fingers crossed that that's going to come in June. We're hoping. The B-side of this one is Feel You Up, which I believe is about the time Prince lost feeling in his finger while trying to perfect a dance move in which he pointed at the sky for over 3 hours, famously stating to his doctor that he could no longer feel up. I'm trying to keep you entertained. I'm trying. Stop throwing stuff. Okay, Prince, Pop Life. Pop Life, everybody needs a thrill. Okay, I'll stop. Did I mention I'm a huge Prince fan? I can quote just about all these lyrics. You can come in and test me someday if you want. Just hum a few bars and I'll tell you what it is, I'll quote it. The B-side of this one is Hello, which is a figurative FU to the organizers of the We Are the World event, who pissed his royal badness off by dissing him for not attending, which in hindsight actually seems like an okay decision. Prince, I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. Prince originally wrote this back in 1982 and it finally made it to wax in 1987. The B-side is a collection of versions of Hot Thing off of Sign of the Times. Prince, Bat Dance. Bat Dance. So bat, it's great. I said bat. I didn't say bad. I said bat. Nothing Prince did is bad, at least in my book. This also includes a bunch of remixes and the song 200 Balloons, which was the precursor to Bat Dance and includes many of the same bat elements. Prince, Little Red Corvette, 1999. This is another one I'm going to fight you guys for. I think a bug has crawled into my ear. That's what happens when you go out into a state park. This is a reissue of the 1993 picture disc, and it's been out of print since 1985. And y'all bet, oh wow, they're going for my eyes now. Wow. We'll have to see if I can make it through this. Procol Harum, Shine On Brightly. Shine On Brightly, the 1968 second studio album by Procol Harum, saw the band delve deeper into prog rock stylings. The masterpiece of this album is the epic 18-minute-long composition, In Held 'Twas in I. This is the first time in over 30 years that the original album with the American artwork is available on vinyl. But wait, there's more! Procol Harum, A Whiter Shade of Pale. White vinyl with clear splatter housed in a special picture sleeve with 12x12 insert, including the original hit single A and B sides remastered exclusively for this release, plus all the recordings made the same days. The original A and B side were recorded, none of which have been previously released on vinyl, plus 50th anniversary stereo mixes of the A and B side, which are unavailable anywhere other than this release, brought to you by the letters A and B. There's also an Easter egg track, a never before heard or released track the Easter Bunny made in 1967. Seeing if you're still awake. Total 8 tracks, one side mono, one side stereo, hexaphonic version to be released later next year. Still seeing if you're awake. There is no hexaphonic, it doesn't exist. Quadraphonic, stereophonic, monophonic, there's no hexaphonic. Maybe there is, tell me about it. R.L. Burnside, Long Distance Call. For the first time, the 1982 Netherlandic, is that a word? Recordings with Leo Bruin have arrived on vinyl. Here you find R.L. Burnside, alone with only his guitar and his voice and his guitar. Did I already mention his guitar? Anyway, here he is showing off his skills from his whippersnapper days in the vein of John Lee Hooker. So I'm done with another sheet. I think I'm going to stay here. It's really nice. The sun's going down. This is a good place to chill. But I'm going to move to a different location and continue to read my next sheet. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Bye. I also like sitting. It's kind of cool. Bye.